Welcome back. This year, the American Cancer Society projects more than 290,000 Americans will be diagnosed with breast cancer. That's more than any other type of cancer. And while the month of October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month, tonight we're taking a closer look at a different side of this very important issue. Jameson?
Yeah, Wendy, here, take a look at this and check this out here. This is what I'm talking about. Here's a look at the breakdown of breast cancer cases amongst Americans. You mentioned over 290,000 cases. The overwhelming majority of those are women. We know that. In fact, the American Cancer Society estimates only 1% of cases will be diagnosed in men. Now, despite this, the push is on to get them a mammogram. Tonight, ABC Action News reporter Eric Waxler speaks with a well-known Tampa Bay radio personality with firsthand knowledge about what to look for.
Mark Larsen's voice might sound familiar to you. He spent decades on the radio in Tampa hosting his own talk show before, he says, things got heavily political on the airwaves.
In the 90s, it was general talk, and everybody was invited to the table.
Retired life has been great for Mark until July, when after a day playing golf, he felt what he thought was a pulled chest muscle.
I took some ibuprofen for a couple of days, and when that subsided, it consolidated right here, and I felt a lump. And it was about the size of a ping pong ball.
Mark went to the internet for answers and thought maybe he just had a cyst, but it didn't go away. He also has a family history of cancer, so Mark went to see his doctor.
She booked me for a mammogram, and that's all she wrote. I had a breast tumor, stage 2.
Dr. John Kylick specializes in breast cancer at Tampa's Moffitt Cancer Center. He says only 1% of breast cancer cases are men.
I think most people don't even realize that that's a possibility, because guys don't have breasts, but actually there is breast tissue there, and that can develop breast cancer.
The BRCA gene mutation known to cause breast cancer runs in Mark's family. He and his brother both have it.
But we never gave it a second thought because we're guys. And almost to a story, when you pull up all these testimonials online, the guys are saying, yeah, I thought I might have it, but I'm a guy, I'm not going to get it.
I think sometimes emotionally, male patients can have a hard time when they see all the pink ribbons. And obviously breast cancer is more associated with as a female cancer. So sometimes my guys have a more challenging time with that.
Mark has already had a double mastectomy. 5 months of chemotherapy come next. His breast cancer is the most common, called invasive ductal carcinoma.
The oncologist I have a great team, and she is sure she's going to cure me. Because my question was, we go through all of this, the surgery, all the chemotherapy, and then what? It's just going to show up someplace else? And she said, no, I'm going to cure you. I deal with this all the time.
The American Cancer Society says to watch for lumps, skin dimpling, nipple retraction, redness, or discharge from the nipple. Doctors say men need to know their bodies, and if something changes or doesn't feel right, get it checked out.
There's virtually no awareness for men. And men need to be aware of this because it can be fatal, and it is more fatal in men than women, breast cancer, because we catch it later.
In Tampa, Eric Waxler, ABC Action News.
So continuing off this today, I went digging through the American Cancer Society's 2022 cancer study findings. I previously mentioned there that only 2,700 cases will be diagnosed in men this year. Of those, they estimate 530 men will die from the disease, a pretty staggering percentage of nearly 20%. The main reason for this, mostly because men don't recognize the symptoms until later.